April doesn't last long, and in the garden, that window between the last frost and the first real heat is some of the most valuable time of the entire year. Perennials planted now have weeks of cool, moist weather to send roots deep before summer arrives. This is our April wrap-up, 7 perennials to plant right now, before it gets too hot. These are the ones where timing actually matters. Let's get into it.
Now, before we begin, don't forget, you can find all the plants and tools featured in our videos through the link on your screen or in the description.
Number 1. Purple Coneflower Magnus. Purple coneflower is one of the most drought-tolerant, heat-resistant perennials you can grow, but there's a catch. It needs to establish its root system before that heat arrives. Magnus is the gold standard variety. Large, flat-faced flowers with rich, rosy purple petals and a raised copper-orange center that holds its shape beautifully as the blooms age. Planted now in cool April soil, it has weeks to develop the deep root system that will allow it to shrug off summer heat and drought without missing a beat. Wait until June or July, and you're asking it to establish in conditions it wasn't designed to start in. Beyond the timing advantage, coneflower is one of the most rewarding perennials in the ground. It naturalizes over time, reseeds gently, attracts pollinators all summer, and leaves attractive seed heads that feed goldfinches through winter. This is a plant that keeps giving long after you've forgotten you planted it, but only if you get it in the ground while spring is still on your side. Number 2. Black-Eyed Susan Goldsturm. Goldsturm is the black-eyed Susan that set the standard, and it remains one of the most reliable, visually consistent perennials for summer color. The flowers are bright golden yellow with a dark brown center, produced in staggering quantity from midsummer through fall. A well-established clump of Goldsturm in full bloom is one of the most cheerful sights in any garden. Bold, sunny, and impossible to ignore. But the word in that sentence is established. Spring planting gives this plant the root establishment it needs to bloom hard in its very first summer. Plant in June and you might get a few flowers. Plant in April and you get the full show. Goldsturm is tough, heat-tolerant, drought-resistant once rooted, and spreads slowly into larger clumps over time. It pairs beautifully with coneflower, ornamental grasses, and salvia for a late summer combination that requires almost no intervention. This is an investment that compounds, better every year, and all the better for going in the ground now. Number 3. Catmint Walker's Low. Catmint is the garden designer's secret weapon, and Walker's Low is the variety that belongs in almost every sunny perennial border. The plant mounds to about 2 feet, covered in soft gray-green foliage that smells faintly herby when brushed. In late spring and early summer, it erupts in long spikes of lavender-blue flowers that attract bees in remarkable numbers. Cut it back hard after the first flush, and it rebounds quickly with a second bloom that carries well into fall. The effect is a loose, billowing softness that makes everything around it look better. April planting allows catmint to settle into the cool soil and establish before its first bloom season, which means a stronger and more floriferous first summer. It's heat and drought tolerant once established, but those first weeks of cool spring weather are what allow it to build the root system that makes the rest of the season easy. This is a plant that rewards early action and barely asks for anything in return. Number 4. Blue Wild Indigo Purple Smoke. Blue wild indigo is the perennial that garden designers put at the top of their list and homeowners rarely know exists, and that gap is closing fast. Purple smoke produces tall, elegant flower spikes in a smoky blue-purple in late spring, rising above attractive blue-green compound foliage that looks good for the entire growing season. The plant is native to prairies and open woodland across the eastern U.S., which means it's naturally adapted, drought-tolerant once established, and virtually problem-free. After the flowers fade, inflated seed pods rattle in the breeze and add fall and winter interest. Here's the critical timing note for this plant specifically. Blue wild indigo is slow to establish. It typically takes 2 to 3 years to reach full size and flowering potential, and it does not like to be moved once rooted. Planting now gives it the best possible start. Do not wait. Every week of cool spring weather this plant misses is time it needed. Plant it now, leave it alone, and in 2 or 3 years you'll have a spectacular, long-leaved perennial that looks like it's always been there. Number 5. Yarrow Moonshine. Moonshine yarrow is the kind of plant that looks delicate but is actually one of the toughest perennials you can put in the ground, and April is exactly when to do it. The flowers are a bright, clear yellow held in flat-topped clusters above fine, silvery gray ferny foliage. The combination of the flower color and the foliage texture is genuinely beautiful. It photographs well, combines with almost anything, and has a wildflower quality that looks intentional rather than accidental. Once established, moonshine handles heat, drought, and poor soil with complete indifference. It's built for difficult conditions. But getting it there requires that spring establishment window. Yarrow planted in cool April soil roots deeply before summer heat arrives, developing the drought resistance that makes it so valuable. Plant it June into hot, dry soil, and you're fighting the plant's natural instincts. Plant it now in moist spring earth, and by midsummer you'll have a fully established plant shrugging off the heat while everything around it is asking for more water. Number 6. Russian Sage Little Spire. If you've ever seen a mass planting of Russian sage in full bloom, that long haze of silver and lavender blue drifting through a summer border, you already know why this plant earns its reputation. Little Spire is a more compact version of the species, growing to about 2 feet rather than the 4 or 5 feet of older varieties. It still delivers the full effect: fine, aromatic silver-gray foliage and abundant lavender-blue flower spikes that bloom for months through summer and into fall. The plant almost glows in late afternoon light, and it attracts bees and butterflies from across the garden. Russian sage needs to go in the ground now for a simple reason: it needs time. Planted in spring, it establishes a root system that supports strong summer performance. Planted late, it sits and sulks through the heat before it's ready to bloom. It demands full sun, excellent drainage, and lean soil. Give it those conditions and an early start, and it will return every year looking better than the last. This is a plant where the early investment pays dividends for a decade. Number 7. Hyssop Blue Fortune. We're closing the list with one of the most underrated summer perennials for pollinators, and one of the most important to get in the ground while April still has something to offer. Hyssop Blue Fortune is a hybrid agastache with long, upright spikes of blue-violet flowers that bloom from midsummer through frost. Hummingbirds find it irresistible. Bees work the flowers constantly. Butterflies stop on every spike. This is one of the most wildlife-active perennials available, and in a summer garden, that activity, that constant movement and life is part of what makes the space feel alive rather than static. The timing argument for April planting is straightforward. Hyssop blooms longest and most vigorously when it has had a full spring to establish. A plant that's been in the ground since April will start blooming earlier, bloom harder, and continue longer than one planted in June. It's drought-tolerant once established, handles heat well, and comes back reliably every year. Plant it now while the soil is cool and cooperative, and by the time hummingbird season peaks, you'll have a plant that's fully ready to perform. Those are 7 perennials to get in the ground right now, this week, not next month. If you found this useful, subscribe. We put out new plant content every week. And if you're looking for what to pair with these perennials for a full summer border, check out the video right here. We'll see you in the next one.